And welcome back to my channel for another unboxing video. My name is Edison and I'm a HeroClix player from Singapore. And today we have a very special unboxing because we'll be opening one brick of the Marvel HeroClix Smash and Destroy. Now, I know the set has already been released for over a month now, but due to all the shipping delays, it has finally arrived in my hands. Thank you, WizKids, for actually sending me this brick, and thank you, Team Pokken, for lending me this venue to do this unboxing with you. Now, as a huge Hulk fan, I can't wait to see what Hulk figures we're going to get. I'm also excited for the sub-theme because we got Asgardians such as Thor, Freyja, and maybe even the Absorbing Man. So without further ado, let's crack some boosters open. And today we're going to open a total of 12 boosters along with this legacy card pack. I'm really blessed because I own all of the legacy figures. After Scott Porter reviewed them in this unboxing video, I managed to purchase all of the figures that I was missing. So any card that I open will be highly welcomed. And our unboxing today will be from front to back, left to right. 12 boosters in total, and Hulk is actually one of my most favorite characters. I fell in love with the character again after reading the Immortal Hulk story, so that is something I highly recommend. And yes, let's take a look at booster number 1. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick look at the box art. And here we go. We got the Hulk and Embodimation as the front cover of the box. Very nice. And here's the side of the box. Destroy is one of the figures that I want the most, both the equipment and the prime. Okay, and the other side of the box, we got the Wrecking Crew, along with the image of the Chase Juggernaut. And here's the Chase Thor as well. Okay, and let's crack open booster number 1. So some of the sub-themes that you can find in this set is the Wrecking Crew along with the Asgardians. And let's see what booster number 1 brings. Okay, and looks like we open our very first super rare in our very first booster. Here we have Ariel. Unfortunately, she broke off a flight stand, but this looks like a very easy fix. Just some glue will do the trick. Okay, and let's pop the remaining figures out of this tray. Now, if you're brand new to my channel, what I mainly do is I take a look at the scalps along with the character cards, though I don't delve into what powers and traits they actually have, so please feel free to hit the pause button if you want to read more. Okay, and here are the character cards. Let's take that out. Okay, and here's the little piece of blocking terrain marker. I love all of these little trinkets that they're including in the boosters right now. Okay, and let's take a look at our very first sculpt. Here we have the Damage Control Worker, one of the generic figures that you can find in this set. He can be played at 20 points along with the Shield Team ability. Okay, and figure number 2, Zax. I'm not really too sure how to pronounce this. You can play him at 2 different point values of 100 points or 60 points. Okay, got this translucent yellow sculpt. And here we have Kraven, 45 points with the Sinister Syndicate team ability. I believe this is the son of Kraven. Okay. And our fourth figure, we got Captain America and his mighty shield. And here's the Avengers team ability and can be played at 75 points in his classic costume. Okay, and here's super rare Ariel, 45 points. She's the flight symbol along with the team player team ability. Okay, and that's how she's gonna fly. Okay, and here's a blocking terrain marker. Looks like a meteorite smashing on the floor. Okay, and now moving on to the character cards. Here we have Kraven. Okay, with the son of Kraven trait. And at the back of the card just shows his team ability. And now here's Damage Control. With the Damage Control, writing estimates as his trait. Okay, and right at the back we got the Shield team ability. And here's Zax, grounded by water as a trait. It's a trait of poison. Okay, really interesting set of powers that you can find. Okay, and here's Captain America with the Shield Bounce trait along with the Avengers team ability. Okay, and the back of the card. And last but not least, our super rare figure Ariel. Okay, she has improved movement characters. That's really nice. Architect of the Sky is a trait. Force Blast is free. Very cool. And at the back of the card, we got Aerial Kinesis as another trait, Passenger 2. As well as a special damage power, Winds of Change, Perplex and Probability Control. Okay, so this is a really good utility piece because she has Sidestep and Telekinesis as well. And now moving on to booster number 2. We started off really well with a super rare figure. Let's keep up the great momentum. Ever since the release of Collector's Trove, now booster bricks include a total of 12 boosters, so we're going to see a lot of figures today. And here's booster number 2. Okay, let's pop that open. Okay, let's take that out. Okay, here we go. Booster number 2. Okay, looks like our rare figure. We got Giant Man 2. Okay, we got D-Cell, we got Torgi, we got Thunderball as well as Ant-Man. Okay, let's pop these figures out. Okay, 5 brand new figures that we have not seen yet in booster number 2. Okay, and here's Giant Man 2, who is part of the Civil War storyline if I'm not wrong. Okay, and let's put that aside, put the box and the tray aside. Okay, let's take a look at the scout for Giant Man 2. Looks like he's supposed to be lifting something. Okay, he got his hands in the air. Okay, let's put that blocking terrain marker. I believe this is how it's supposed to be, where you put pieces of terrain markers on him. Okay, and let's balance it there. And here we got D-Cell. Okay, 55 points and 25 points. This is our uncommon figure for this booster. Okay, and our next figure, we got Thunderball, who is 10A. Okay, our common figure. 60 points with the Masters of Evil team ability. And here we have Torgi, so adorable, 50 points and 30 points with the Avengers and Masters of Evil team abilities. What an adorable puppy. Okay, and our last figure for this booster, we got a 30 points Ant-Man with the team player team ability. Very nice, with the tiny size. Okay, and let's take a look at the character cards. Let's start off with Torgi first. He has the trait, Will You Be My Master? A total of 5 clicks for 50 points. Okay, back of the card. And let's take a look at Thunderball, who is figure number 10A. I have a PhD, sir. This is special damage power. And our next figure, we got Ant-Man. Damage control, shrinking past the rubble. Okay, this is Eric O'Grady. Very cool. He's not your usual Scott Lang or Hank Pym. And here is D-Cell. Okay, Unstoppables, D-Cell, Deceleration Wave as special attack power. And last but not least, we got Giant Man 2, Pin Particle Formula as his trait. Get ready for the shortest comeback in history is his special attack power. Okay, and this is Bill Foster, who is Giant Man 2. And let's put those figures aside, and let's go on to booster number 3. Okay, let's see what we're going to open. So we've already seen a couple of characters from the Asgardians as well as the Wrecking Crew. Okay, and a couple of characters with the damage control trait. Okay, it looks like we got Toad. Okay, we got Hawkeye. We got our first Absorbing Man. We got Scarlet Witch, as well as a rare wave. Okay, and let's take out the character cards. Here we go. Now this is like a Brotherhood pack. We got both Scarlet Witch and Toad. Okay, let's pop these figures out. I'm really happy that we opened our very first Absorbing Man. There are like 6 or 7 of them. So I do want to get all of them, but they've been really hard to get based on what I saw online. Okay, and let's take a look at the scalps first. Let's take a look at Toad first, who can be played at 45 points. Here's the Brotherhood team ability. This is a very classic costume. Okay, and here is Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff, one of my most favorite characters. She's actually my partner's most favorite character. Brotherhood and Mystics team ability, 60 points. Okay, and here we have Hawkeye with the Avengers team ability, 75 points. He looks really happy. Okay, and our figure number 4, we got Absorbing Man. Wow, this metal looks really shiny. So I believe this is the titanium version. Okay, and last but not least, we got Wave, 50 points. I believe this is one of the Atlantis figures that can actually generate water terrain markers, and she can actually pick up and hold water terrain markers. One of the only characters that does that. And here's Hawkeye. Okay, Eyes of the Hawk. Okay, and here's the character card for Absorbing Man. Yes, this is the titanium version with the sideline team ability and the iron body as his special defense power. Okay. And here we have Toad, our uncommon figure. Terrible Toad King as his trait. Persistent Pest also as the other trait. And our 4th figure for this booster, we got Scarlet Witch. Turn the odds in Magneto's favor. Okay, so the Scarlet Witch is a Brotherhood version. No Avengers keywords. And last but not least, we got Wave, Agent of Atlas, Atlantis, Martial Artist, Spy, and Warrior keywords, Hydrokinesis as a special trait, and special movement power, Twin Blades, and high-tech suit. Okay, and now we're moving on to booster number 4. We've been really lucky. We've opened no duplicate figures yet. And let's see, looks like we got a rare Rhino. Very cool. We got our very first Hulk. And let's take a look at the character cards. Let's put that aside first. We're going to take a look at the scalps first. I'm really excited for this Rhino because he's like one of the critical pieces for your Sinister Syndicate teams. Looks like we got an Arcade along with a Ant-Man that we saw earlier. So that's our very first duplicate. Okay. Yep, we've seen that Ant-Man already. Let's put that aside. Okay. Now let's take a look at the scalps first. Here we have Arcade. I believe this is the generic version. 25 points with the Masters of Evil team ability. Okay. And here we have Quicksilver with the Brotherhood team ability, 60 points. We got the brother of Wanda Maximoff. And here we have Rhino, our rare figure. Very cool, 75 points and 50 points. Okay. And here's our very first Hulk, is 001C. Okay, so this is the highest point Hulk at 100 points with the Avengers team ability. This version of the Hulk is the one holding the rock. And moving on to our character card, here we have Arcade, Trap Murder Bots. Okay. And here's Pietro Maximoff, the brother of Wanda Maximoff, arrogant to a fault. Okay. And here's Hulk, 100 points. Hulk's strongest one there is. Okay, Gamma Mega Smash as his special attack power. And last but not least, here's the character card for our rare Rhino. He has a trait, I'm Rhino, as well as a special attack power, I knock things down. Now Rhino is very crucial for your Sinister Syndicate teams because characters that can use that team ability can actually use charge, and that includes Rhino himself, and they also modify their speed by +1. A very, very useful piece for your Sinister Syndicate teams. And here's our next booster. Let's keep up the good momentum. Let's see what we're gonna get. And looks like we got some bubble wrap. Oh my goodness. That was our Chase figure. Yes, we're going to keep this booster right at the end of the unboxing video. We're going to open that as our last booster. And let's open something else first. And let's see what we're going to get for this one. Wow, such an awesome booster that we just take a pic at. And looks like we got our second super rare figure. We got a super rare Titania. Very cool. It looks like we got another terrain marker. And this appears to be the Fire Hydrant. So this is our very first terrain marker with a card. And let's take a quick look at it. Okay, Fire Hydrant's an object. Immobile, characters in the square can use Force Blast. Very interesting. Okay. And back of the card. And let's put that aside and let's take a look at the figures that we opened. We opened a second super rare figure for this booster brick. And let's pop her out. We got Titania. And we got this Brawn. I believe that's what you call her. We've opened 2 duplicates. We've got Torgi and Hawkeye that we saw earlier on. And we have a brand new Kraven. And let's take a look at the character cards just to confirm that those 2, Torgi as well as Hawkeye, are the ones that we already saw earlier on. Okay, yes, we saw those 2 already. And let's take a look at the sculpt for this Kraven. Okay, 125 points, 60 points with the Sinister Syndicate team ability. And side by side with the earlier Kraven. Okay. And our next figure, we got Brawn. I believe that's how you pronounce it. 50 points with the Mystics team ability. Okay. And here we have Titania, our super rare figure. 100 points and 30 points along with the Masters of Evil team ability. 30 points for Titania. I believe that is going to be very powerful. And here's the character card for Kraven, the Last Son. Okay. Opening hypersonic speed, 12 attack. Very powerful. And here's Brawn. Call our name and we come for you as a trait. First cursed as a leadership power. Okay. And here's super rare Titania. Punch Club, super strength. Friendly characters with the brute take maximum 1 damage from opposing characters that can use super strength or close combat expert. That's really good. And here Titania, smashing green spring as a special attack power. Very cool figure. Second super rare. And moving on to our next booster. Let's keep up the good momentum. We already took a sneak peek at our chase. We already opened 2 super rares. And we are just about halfway to the brick. Okay, and looks like we got a rare Taskmaster. Okay, and looks like we opened some one-shot cards as well. Let's pop these figures open. 3 brand new figures. We already saw Arcade along with that construction worker. And let's take open these character cards just to confirm that. Okay, this booster is really loaded. 3 figures that we have not seen yet along with 2 one-shot cards. Okay, let's put those 2 cards aside. And let's take a look at the sculpts first of Primus. Okay, 100 points at 60 points. 2 different point value. And our next one, we got our rare Taskmaster, 027A, 65 points. Now I believe there's a A, B, and C version of this. And we have Valkyrie, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Okay, but it's the same sculpt as Braun that we saw earlier on. Side-by-side comparison. Okay, and let's take a look at the one-shot cards first. Here we have Insurance Policy. Okay, 5 points. And then back of the card. And here is You Wouldn't Like Me When I'm Angry. We got Red Hawk as the artwork. 5 points as well. And here's the back. Okay, and let's take a look at Primus. Okay, Unstoppables, Primus, Shape Change. So this is one of the Unstoppable characters. Okay, and here's Valkyrie. Savior of the Slain. This is an Asgardian character. And last but not least, our rare figure for this booster, we got Taskmaster with the team player team ability. Nice moves, Swordsman. This is the sideline character. Okay, that kick from Iron Fist uses. There's a special damage power. Okay, and that's that booster. And let's move on to our next one. And here we go. So many characters we have not seen yet. Let's see what we're gonna get. It looks like we got another Arcade, but this looks like to be the main version. Okay, bubble wrap is always good news, but however, this is a uncommon quicksand, but still a beautiful, beautiful sculpt. Okay, let's take out those figures from the figure tray. Okay, we've seen none of these figures we have seen yet. This Hawk is the 001A. So 5 brand new figures and we're midway of our break unboxing. That is really cool. Let's take out the character cards. Okay, put those aside. And let's take a look at Excavator. 30 points. Okay, this is 009B. Okay, and our second figure, we got Arcade. This is the rare figure of our booster. With a team player team ability, 50 points. Side by side with the Arcade earlier on. Okay. And our third figure, we got Absorbing Man. This is 007A. This is the Prime version of the figure. Prime as in the main character, not the Prime Green Ring. And here is Quicksand, our uncommon figure. 100 points and 60 points. Very, very cool sculpt. I think it pairs nicely with my older Sandman figures. And here's Hulk, 001A. Okay, 50 points with the Avengers team ability. Comparison with the 001C. And let's take a look at the character cards. And here we have Hulk. Okay, Hulk is bigger. When you kill a character, you can replace him with a higher point Hulk. Okay, a second character card. Here we have Absorbing Man. Absorbing back to normal. So this is the normal version of him. And here's Excavator. I shovel well. I shovel very well as a special attack power. And here we have Quicksand. Unstoppables. Okay. Reconstituted as a special defense power, which is a stop click. And here's Arcade that allows you to generate more of those 006 arcades. Very interesting. Hit the button as a special attack power that works with the terrain markers, the trap terrain markers. Okay, and let's look on to our next booster. Okay, we got 4 boosters left, but there's still so many things that I'm looking forward to. Okay, let's go. Let's pop this open and see. Okay, bubble wrap. Bubble wrap is good sign, and looks like we put our third super rare figure. That has to be Cinder. And let me free Cinder from this bubble wrap. She's one of the characters that I was looking most forward to because as a huge fan of the Wheels of Vengeance set, I love making these fire terrain markers. And let's take a look at the character cards. Looks like for this booster, we have two brand new figures. The three we've already seen earlier on, which is Hawkeye, Quicksilver, as well as the construction worker. And here is General Thunderbolt Ross in his blue uniform, looking smart and sharp. 40 points with the shield team ability. And here we have Cinder, a unique character with 80 points or 55 points with the Cosmic Energy team ability. Very cool scout with that flaming sword at her back. Okay, let's put it down and take a quick look at the character cards for General Ross. You have your orders as a leadership trait. Okay, total of 4 clicks for 40 points. And here's the character card for Cinder. Everything burns as a trait. Fire, Goblin Blood as the other trait. Okay, 8 clicks long. And a special attack power, War is Hell, Blade's Claw's Fangs. And that's how you generate more fire terrain markers. Very cool. Our third super rare figure. So in this break, we've already opened 3 super rare figures. We took a sneak peek at the chase. I wonder what these 3 remaining boosters will have. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that we can maybe open another super rare figure or maybe even a prime. And here we go. Okay, and looks like we got our rare Bulldozer. We got D-Cell. Okay, we got a couple of new characters. And let's pop them out. So 3 brand new figures for this booster. We've already seen the 2 earlier on. And let's take out the character cards. Okay, let's double check. Yes, we've already seen Ant-Man. Okay, and 3 brand new figures. And let's take a look at the Lost Diablo Soldier. He has 25 points with the police team ability. Okay, and here's the comparison with General Ross. Okay, our next figure, we got Lenny Bellinger, who is one of the damage control characters at 30 points with the shield team ability. Okay, side-by-side sculpt comparison. And last but not least, our rare figure 032, we got Bulldozer with the Masters of Evil team ability. He can be played at 60 points. And let's take a quick look at the character cards. Here we have Lost Diablo Soldier without any special trait or powers. Okay, and here we have Lenny. Damage control, we're getting overtime for this that allows you to generate your own Fluffy Bystander. That's a cute puppy. Looks like we got 2 dogs in this set. We got Toggy as well as Fluffy, who also has the shield team ability. Okay, and last but not least, here we have Bulldozer. Hardhead Zone as his special trait. Special movement power, tear it down, charge but you do not have speed. A very aggressive figure. I do hope you've been enjoying your time watching my unboxing. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, give a like. It will mean the world to me and it will definitely help my channel grow. And now we're moving on to our third last booster. We've already opened 3 super rare figures. What else can we open? And here we go. It looks like we got Destroyer, and which version? Oh my goodness, it's Destroyer Prime. That is so cool. One of the figures that I wanted most from this set. Wow, I can't tell you how excited I am because historically, Destroyer Primes have always been really powerful and this one is definitely very powerful as well. Okay, let's take out the character cards. Okay, I remember the War of the Realms Destroyer was really good and so is this version. And let's put the character cards aside and let's take a look at our first figure. We got Pile Driver, 50 points with the Masters of Evil team ability. Okay, very simple scout. And here we have Speedball. Okay, 50 points with the Spider-Man team ability. Giving the thumbs up. Yes, thumbs up to this booster with Destroyer Prime. Okay, and here's the figure. Wow, so cool. Thumbs up. Yep. Destroyer Prime, 2 different point values, 270 or 150 points. Here's the giant symbol as well with flight, fire range. Wow, look at that stats. And here's the character card for Pile Driver. Oversized Fist as his special attack power. Okay. And here's the card for Speedball. A lot of improved movement. Damage control in turn, where's my coffee? Kinetic absorption as a special defense power. And here's Destroyer Prime. Look at that. A total of 10 clicks. He opens with 20 defense, 5 damage. That is so impressive. Pilot trait, the collective might of Asgard. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of words. Please feel free to hit the pause button if you want to read it completely. And the back of the card, wielding the Oversword of Asgard, special attack power, and Might of the Sky Lords as his special defense power. Very, very cool. I am so happy to open Destroyer Prime. And our second last booster. Let's see what else can we get. Okay. And let's pop that open. This has been a really, really good break. 3 super rares, 1 rare prime, as well as a chase. And looks like we got a rare debris, as well as a new terrain marker. And this appears to be the trap terrain marker. Okay, let's take that open. It's a hindering marker. Okay, pit trap. Opposing characters occupying pit trap modify their attack and speed value by -1 and must break away in order to move. Very cool. Back of the card. Okay, and let's take a look at the rest of the character cards. Let's take that out from the packaging. Okay, we got a couple of new characters, 4 brand new characters. That's really cool. Second last booster, and we're still seeing so many brand new characters. Okay, let's pop those figures out. And let's take a look at the scalps first before we go to the character cards. Here's Wrecker, 10C, 010C. Okay, with the 85 points and Masters of Evil team ability. Shares a similar scalp over here. And our next figure, here we have Black Ant, 017. This is an uncommon figure. 50 points. Believe this is Eric O'Grady as well. Okay, side-by-side comparison with Ant-Man. Okay, and let's bring that a little closer. This is really cool. They're both tiny size figures as well. And our next figure, we got Absorbing Man, 007E. This has to be the diamond form. 75 points as well. Okay. And last but not least, here we have Debris, which is our rare figure with the Avengers team ability at 35 points. Okay, I like that smoke effect that we have on her feet area. And here's a character card for Black Ant. Okay, program for Treachery. Heya is a special damage power. And here we have Wrecker. Time to get wrecked as his unique modifier trait. Okay, special attack power. I've got your mystically powered Asgardian crowbar right here. And here's Absorbing Man. This is the diamond form. Crystal Sharp Aegis as his special attack power. Okay, Fuda of Invincible. And last but not least, here's our rare debris. You thought I was Terex as a special trait. Special attack power, telekinetic trash tornado. Okay. And now we're going to move on to our last booster. We've already took a sneak peek just now. We already saw what Chase figure we got. And yes, it is Chase Tony Stark, who's looking at all those LCD monitors. And we got one brand new figure as well, which is our uncommon hazmat. And let's take out the character cards. We've already seen everyone else earlier on in this unboxing. Okay. Let's put those aside. And here's our uncommon figure. We got hazmat that can be played at 60 points with the Avengers team ability. And a character card, immune to what I produce, as well as a special attack power, Iridate. Okay. And moving on to our main event, here we have Tony Stark. Let's free him from this bubble wrap. This is so cool. Tony Stark Iron Man as the chase figure for Smash and Destroy. You can play him at 60 points. He has the Avengers team ability. What a beautiful sculpt. He's looking at these LCD monitors. And let's take a closer look at them. Okay, looks like we can see an image of Earth along with the Iron Man mask, as well as a chart with the arrow going down. Is that the drop of the Stark Industries stocks? Who knows? And at the bottom of his feet, you can see an image of Earth. This is a unique figure with a truly unique sculpt. Definitely a chef's kiss for this sculpt design. And let's take a look at the character card. We got Tony Stark with the Avengers, Stark Industries armor, scientist keywords, a total of 5 clicks with 5 range. Stark Industries as a trait, when establishing teams, friendly characters with the scientist keyword gain the Stark Industries keyword. Friendly characters with the Stark Industries keyword reduce damage by 1, in addition to any other effects that reduce damage. So you can actually reduce more damage if you have powers like Impervious or Invincible. And the back of his card, Armor Delivery System, Energy Shield Deflection, Willpower, Power Action, generate a blocking terrain marker adjacent to a friendly character with the Stark Industries keyword. Until your next turn, the character can use Force Blast, Impervious, and a minimum range of 4. Special damage power, Suit Up. stop click range combat expert, and that is the stop click that allows you to use Tony Stark in his Iron Man form. This is so thematic. Tony Stark behind the scenes, and yet he can also become Iron Man when the time is needed. He's got a cool array of powers from sidestep to telekinesis, as well as outwit. And when he goes to Iron Man, he has running shot, penetrating blast, as well as impervious, along with that stop click range combat expert. This is a truly powerful piece, and I can't wait to use this figure along with the other Iron Man figures in my collection, such as the Iconics Hall of Armor Iron Mans. Definitely looking forward to playing this figure. And let's see what legacy card we are going to get. Fingers crossed, hopefully it's something good. And let's slowly take this out. Okay, and looks like we got the Spirit of Vengeance Red Hawk legacy card. That is so awesome. Let me put his figures side by side with this legacy card, as Ghost Rider is one of my most favorite characters. I am so happy to get this legacy card with the Cosmic Energy and Mystic Team ability. 200 points or 125 points. He has the trait Pilot Circle of 4. Unlike most pilots where they can only select one character, this character allows you to select 4 characters instead. That is so awesome and actually very thematic. And on the other side of the card, we got special attack power, Ream Destroy, Poison. When you use it, if you hit this turn, you can still deal damage even if you have moved or placed this turn. Special damage power, we desire one thing Vengeance, which is a stop click that prevents him from being healed. And when you actually reveal this click, you can generate one of the pilot characters. This is a really powerful ability because his last 4 clicks actually has this stop click power. Very powerful. You can generate up to 4 of these pilot characters before he is being KO'd. What an awesome figure. Let's bring him side by side with my convention exclusive Spirit of Vengeance Red Hawk, and I'm so delighted that this is our legacy card. What an awesome unboxing. We've opened a lot of cool stuff from terrain markers to one-shots. We've also got ourselves 3 super rares. We've got Cinder, Titania, as well as Ariel. And I'm delighted that we opened the legacy card for a figure that I already own, Spirit of Vengeance Red Hawk. I've also gotten myself the Rare Prime Destroyer, a figure that no one wants to face in your Smash and Destroyed Silk games. And last but not least, I got the Chase Tony Stark. I can't wait to run this figure in my Stark Industries teams. So once again, thank you WizKids for sending me this brick. Thank you Team Bokin for lending me this venue to do this unboxing. And I do hope you enjoyed watching this video. Stay tuned to my channel for more HeroClix content. If you could, give a like, share, and subscribe. And me and Tony Stark will see you in the next one.